Hello, sports fans. This is the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker, your source for the sports betting industry 24/7. Sit back, relax, and listen as Mr. Bookmaker highlights what's happening right now in the world of sports. So, without further ado, here's your host, Art Eftekhari.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. I'm your host, Art Eftekhari. Really glad that you can join us. Before we get started, get to our website. You know the address. It's bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. You know the deal. We got the links to all the best European, Asian, and United States-friendly bookmaker sites, and our bookmaker guide is available for you to download. So stop wasting time. Hurry up and download it. Before we get to our A to Z sports betting lingo, check out our blogs. You know the deal. Dan knows his cricket. He's always keeping that blog busy with new content pretty much every day. Same thing with Patrick and his American sports. And don't forget to check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world. Now, for our A to Z sports betting lingo, what is our concept for today? Well, it's kind of a different one that I've really not come across before. It's called a thicken. So what is a thicken? Well, it is a big bet, such as one more than £1,000. Okay, that's a really big wager. Like I said, I never come across this term before, but don't forget it. It is thicken. Now, let's get to our main agenda. And for today's agenda, I'm actually at BetVictor. That is www.betvictor.com. We even have a bookie review available on our website called BetVictor, trusted in the betting business since 1946. Check out that bookie review if you're interested in learning more about BetVictor. Now, back in September and leading up to September, I had a lot to say about UEFA Nations League. No joke. I mean, this is the new era of international football. I mean, who wants to keep on having those pointless friendly matches? So with promotion and relegation, we got the new era of international football, and it has been very exciting in UEFA. Of course, that's the European zone of world football. Now, for those who need to have their memories refreshed, all members of UEFA were part of this, divided into 4 different leagues, leagues A, B, C, and D, 4 groups in each league. Now, the teams that won the groups in leagues D, C, and B, well, those teams got promoted to the next level. And the next time UEFA Nations League will take place will be starting in 2020, for the 2020-2021 season. Obviously, they have their way of doing their different kind of scheduling, so it doesn't interfere with the European Championship as well as with World Cup qualifying. Now, let's go over those teams that have won their groups. Okay, in Group D, you had Georgia, Belarus, Kosovo, and Macedonia. In League C, Serbia, Norway, Finland, and Scotland. In League B, Denmark, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Sweden, and Ukraine. And in League A, those teams, England, Portugal, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Now, those 4 teams I just mentioned, obviously you're probably wondering, where are they getting promoted to? Well, they have made it to the Nations League finals that will be played in June 2019 and will be hosted by Portugal. So those 4 teams are Netherlands, Switzerland, Portugal, and England. They will play each other in a knockout phase mini tournament. So don't forget that. That's obviously a good amount of months away, but we all know time flies. It'll be here before you know it. And it was extremely exciting leading up to these last match days. But before I get to that, let's take a look at the odds provided by BetVictor. So who is favored to win Nations League? Well, first, you got England with 2-1 odds. And, England really has come a long way under Gareth Southgate. I mean, they were in the same group with Spain and Croatia. They won 2, tied 1, and lost 1. They were losing to Croatia 1-0 in Wembley Stadium just recently. It looked like Croatia was going to advance, bringing back the magic from the World Cup. But instead, England tied it up. But a tie would have put Spain into the Nations League finals. But of course, Harry Kane came to the rescue. And that is why England is in the Nations League finals. Portugal, no drama at all in their group with Italy and Poland. Switzerland, though, was able to get past Belgium. I mean, all along it looked like Belgium was going to win this group, but in that last game in Lucerne, Switzerland, Belgium had a 2-0 lead and it just got destroyed 5-2 by Switzerland. I mean, what a hazardous conclusion that was. So, what can you say there? Just hop Schweiz. And in Group 1, the Netherlands. Nobody expected the Netherlands to win this group. I mean, come on, it's the Netherlands. They missed out on Euro 2016. They missed out on the 2018 World Cup. But they were able to defeat France, the world champions. They went on a roll, earlier in Nations League. They defeated Germany 3-0 in Amsterdam. And then in this last game, which took place on the 19th of November in Gelsenkirchen, Germany had a 2-0 lead. It looked like Netherlands was down and out. And that is what France needed. I mean, yes, could you believe it? The French were cheering for the Germans in football. Then the Netherlands, 2 goals, one in the 85th minute from Quincy Promes. And then in the 91st minute, Virgil van Dijk volleys the ball into the net, sending Netherlands into the Nations League finals. Yes, they're tied on points with France with 7, but of course, not just a better goal difference, but a better head-to-head record. France won the first encounter 2-1, but Netherlands won the second one 2-0. What excitement. Cannot wait for the 2019 Nations League finals. Don't forget, those will be in June 2019. Like I said earlier, England the favorites with 2-1 odds, Portugal 9-4, Netherlands 5-2, Switzerland 9-2. So get to Bet Victor as soon as you can. Play some wagers. I think this is a toss-up. Just because it's in Portugal doesn't mean they're going to win. I can't say that England is for sure the favorite, but don't count out the Flying Dutchman. That's all I'm going to say. And before we continue, make sure you get to our website as soon as you can. The address, bookmakerinfo.com. That's www.bookmaker-info.com. Like I said before, we got the Bookmaker 101 basics for you. We have betting picks, strategies, and tips. We know how to help you register, bet, and withdraw. Basically, we want you to become an expert at this entire online betting process. So stop wasting time, hurry up and do it. All right, shifting gears a bit now. I'm still at Bet Victor. That's betvictor.com. What about the National Football League? How exciting have things been this season? And for those who missed out on that Monday Night Football game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams, wow, what a match that was. But I also want to say, for those of you who love the sport and missed out on it, shame on you. I mean, come on. A 54-51 win for the Los Angeles Rams. Did we just see a preview of the upcoming Super Bowl? Well, let's take a look at what the bookies at Bet Victor have to say. First, who is favored to win the AFC? Well, not a surprise. Kansas City Chiefs 9-4 odds, but also the New England Patriots 9-4. Do not count out the Patriots. The other two teams to round it up: Pittsburgh Steelers 4-1, Los Angeles Chargers 8-1. So, like I said, it's looking to be a very exciting season. Now, who's favored to win the NFC? Well, the Rams are one of those teams with 6-4 odds, but so are the New Orleans Saints, also with 6-4 odds. The other two teams, Chicago Bears 8-1, then you got the Minnesota Vikings 12-1. But the fact of the matter is, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to see a Chiefs-Rams Super Bowl. I mean, was there any defense in that game between the Chiefs and the Rams? Well, not at all. But we all know what the typical American football fans want. They want to see scoring, and just, lighten up the scoreboard. As for, who's favored to win the Super Bowl, not a surprise you see here, the Saints and the Rams right now right now the Saints and the Rams are the top favorites with 10-3, then the Chiefs 6-1, Patriots also 6-1. So those are your top 4 teams right now in the NFL. Just think of it as the Saints, Rams, Chiefs, and Patriots. I think that it would be only befitting to see these 4 teams in the conference championships when they come in January of 2019. So like I said, get to betvictor.com as soon as you can. Have some fun with this bookie. If you want to learn more, check out our latest articles on our website. Look for that one, Bet Victor, trusted in the betting business since 1946. Been taking a look at this. Really entertaining. Definitely did enjoy it. Now to finish things off, I'm pretty sure you guessed it. Where am I going next? Yes, Paddy Power. What's the address? www.paddypower.com. I'm still on the topic of White Christmas 2018. I got some Canadian cities to share with you. First, do you think it'll snow in Winnipeg at the James Armstrong Richardson Airport? If you think so, 1 to 25 according to the bookies at Paddy Power. What about Montreal at the Pierre-Elliott Trudeau Airport? 1 to 7 odds. What about in Ottawa? 1 to 5 at the YOW Airport. Then 1 to 3 odds for it to snow in Toronto at Pearson Airport. And 11 to 10 for it to snow at the Vancouver Airport. So if you're big on White Christmas 2018, get to Paddy Power as soon as you can. That's www.paddypower.com. And with that, everybody, it's time to wrap up this edition of the Bookmaker Podcast. Really do appreciate the support. Like I said, get to our website as soon as you can. Make sure you check out our blogs. Dan is super busy with his cricket blog, and Patrick is the man with the American sports blog. And also, don't forget to check out the Mr. Bookmaker football blog or soccer, depending on where you are in the world, especially if you want to be kept up to date on UEFA Nations League, as well as other international football tournaments that will be coming up pretty soon. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we will see you next time.
This has been the Bookmaker Podcast with Art Eftekhari, a.k.a. Mr. Bookmaker. Thanks for listening. If you haven't already, please show some love by subscribing to this podcast on iTunes or Stitcher. Till next time, this is Mr. Bookmaker over and out.